A third annual now Hall of Fame huddle. You proud of how this event has grown?
Yeah, I really am. It's great to be able to raise money, and in 3 years we've given over $500,000 to student athlete scholarships and to organizations that need funding for their youth programs.
How about Brad Stevens, to have him involved with it? That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is, and to be able to work with another Boston professional coach is really special. I have all the respect in the world for Brad. He's come in and done a tremendous job with the Celtics, and as you know, our football players on our football team are very into professional basketball. You see them in the front row over there all the time. You see Linda and I in the front row there a lot, just cheering the Celtics on. So it's great, the relationship, and I'd say the support that the organizations have for each other.
I think you're right. LeGarrette Blount, I think, wants to play for the Celtics.
Yeah, well, I think Vince had season tickets underneath the basket for about 5 years.
How proud are you to do this foundation, but to continue your dad's legacy?
Well, very, very important, because really, my dad lived the American dream. He was son of a steel worker, and really didn't have much future other than the steel mill, and got a college scholarship in football. Lived in the gym, worked his way through school, and was able to go to college, get his master's, and coach football, and so that opportunity obviously paved the way for me. So to be able to give that opportunity to other student athletes or to organizations that are working with kids who are underprivileged, who can't afford the equipment, or the don't have the finances to run the team without some financial support, we're all about trying to help that, and those are the kids really you want to impact, are the ones probably under 15 years old that are growing up to have an opportunity to get involved in football and lacrosse.
And how proud are you of what you've been able to accomplish, you and your group, with the foundation? Again, in your dad's memory, but you've done fields, you've done mentoring, you've done coaching, and this has really grown into something special, isn't it?
Well, we're there to give to where the need is, and if we feel like there's a need for whatever type of equipment or program or scholarships, then we've been fortunate to be able to raise enough money to give back to those different areas.
Your dad, how much of Bill Belichick's coaching style and philosophy comes from Steve Belichick?
Well, my dad gave a lot of tough love. That's probably a way that some people describe me.
But you learned from him, didn't you? I mean, you grew up as a son of a football coach, so... Yeah,
totally. I learned the work ethic. I learned the details about just how there's no shortcut to it. You just got to put in the time, the details, do the extra things to try to find that competitive edge against your opponents, and that's what he always did. And he at times recruited me to help do little things for him, and that's kind of how I learned it.
Last two things. If there's one thing you learned from him that's being carried on through your foundation, his legacy, is there one thing that comes straight from Steve Belichick?
Just giving back. Just being able to give back. That football's been very good to me. Football and lacrosse have been very good to me and our family. And it's really, I feel so good to be able to give back to people involved in those two sports in particular, wherever they may be, because of what they've done for me.
And then last thing is this, the Huddle event. It's a unique event. I think fans and the people that go there will get to see a little bit of a different side of you that your players see. Will they see a different side? Tell them about the event. Why should they go to an event like this?
Well, again, I think the interaction between myself and Coach Stearns is pretty unique. You don't really see that between two Boston coaches. And I think Gerard Mayo, Matt Light will also be there. Scott Zolak, myself, just going back over some of the great moments, some of the great parts of Patriots history, games, off the field, behind the scenes, locker room, whether it be footage or stories or, how certain relationships or certain things developed. It's just a chance to really sit back and talk about some special times with the New England Patriots.
Great. Congrats on the success of the foundation.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for supporting us.
Thank you.